Welcome to another Mock Talk. What a day. What an absolutely beautiful day. It's great to be outside. And 2 weeks from tomorrow, I'm doing my first of my 3 half marathons. So I'm getting close to that. And today I had an 11-mile run and just a beautiful day to do that, a great day to do that. My goal was to do 11 miles in 88 minutes, which is 8 minutes a mile. And I got it done in 85:27, which was really good. Weather was perfect. My body felt good. Still not 100% in some of my leg stuff, but didn't really have any issues. And again, Tom Merrick and he's a body weight warrior. His 5 stretches he does every day. I've been doing those like crazy, and those have been phenomenal, and they've helped me out a great deal. Before I get into today's topic and talking about things again, I just wanted to ask for prayers for the family of Mackenzie Duggar, and for our community and our teachers, our coaches, and her friends, and all the people that have been impacted by the tragedy that happened earlier this week. And I want to read something that somebody else posted on Facebook, and I hope that it's okay that I'm doing this, and this is them saying it. It's not me, because obviously they're a lot closer to her than I was, but I thought it was really good, and hopefully will encourage you, and also, as I get into the topic today, make you think about some things too. But this is what this person had to say about Mackenzie. I have known you since you were so little. I have loved you like you're my own. My heart is shattered. I rest in the assurance that one day I will see you again. Your smile was contagious and your soul was precious. You will be forever in my heart and greatly missed. Fly high, princess. And so, again, I just ask for you to pray for her family, and for the families that have been impacted by this, and our community, our teachers, our coaches, her friends. And if you're in this area and you get a chance, go buy Twice Ice. I know that the proceeds from now till February 7th, if you buy water there, buy ice from them, 100% of it is going to help their family out during this time. And I also know that they have crosses at Ace Hardware that you can sign. That'll be an encouragement to their family as well throughout the weekend. And so I encourage you to do that, ask you to do that. I went to Twice Ice today and got 2 bags myself, so I could take the ice bath till my body recover from my run. So again, just continue to ask for your prayers for that family during this time. And I thought about this as I started my run today, and thought about it throughout my run. And it wasn't necessarily related to this, but obviously there is some things that relate to it. And I wanted to talk about leaving a legacy, and what kind of legacy that you're leaving. As I said, I've been reading like 4 or 5 books. Just finished The Art of Embracing Adversity by Julie Fournier, which has been fantastic. Love the book. Want to go through it again and kind of pick it apart and find little pieces to it that I know that are going to help me in my personal life, and also help me as a teacher and a coach, and encouraging others and pouring into them and those kinds of things. But I think one of the things that made me think of it is another book I'm reading called What Kobe Left Behind, and it's about the life of Kobe Bryant, and it's by a guy named Eli Ihej. I don't know how you say his last name. It's Ihej. And I've only read a couple of chapter 2 into it, and it's been really good. And just seeing Kobe Bryant's work ethic, his phenomenal work ethic, and how much he was obsessed with becoming the best that he could be, has just been really encouraging and really neat to see. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of things from that book that I'm going to draw out that are going to help me as a person individually, and again, help me as a teacher and a coach. And when I think about that, what kind of legacy are you going to leave behind? I know some people that watch these videos, you're my students that I teach and I coach, and I appreciate that so much. And I hope that it's encouraging to you. And you may be thinking, you're young and that kind of stuff, what kind of legacy you can leave behind? Well, you can leave a legacy wherever you're at, and doing the best that you can possibly be. There's a phrase and there's a book called Making the Big Time Where You're At. And so whatever you're doing, wherever you're involved, if you strive for that, and it goes back to what I've talked about since the beginning of January, and making each day your masterpiece, that if you make each day your masterpiece and strive for that, and strive for making the big time wherever you're at and whatever you do, then you're probably going to leave a legacy behind. I'm going to share a little bit about myself and a legacy that I hope to leave that maybe give you some tracks to run on, some things to think about. Maybe it'll challenge you, maybe it'll encourage you. And as I share these things, by no means have I perfected them. By no means do I think that I've left some great legacy or anything like that. I'm just hoping when it's all said and done that this would be true of me. And I hope that I'm in the process of doing that right now. And the first and foremost is just being a Christian. 2 Corinthians 5:14 talks about the love of Christ constraineth us, so that those who know Christ or have become believers are no longer live for themselves, but the one who died and gave himself up for them. And I know I just butchered that, paraphrased it, but the whole point is no longer living for yourself. And I hope that the legacy I leave behind, that people have seen Christ living in and through me. And again, not perfect to that by any means, but I hope that they've seen that. And that's the kind of legacy that I want to leave behind. And the second one is a father, to my kids, and hopefully pouring into them and investing into them, and, teaching them right from wrong and how to live and how to follow God, and how to be the best young men and young women that they could possibly be, and how to have a good head on their shoulders and make good decisions, and hopefully be an influence in society, and an influence around the people that are around. So that would be the second one. And then the third one would probably be being as a friend. I had somebody ask me this a couple months ago, what would your friends say about you? And it kind of caught me off guard, and I wasn't sure how to respond. And the first thing that came to my mind, and it really wasn't related to a friendship thing, but in a way I hope that it's true of me when you think about a legacy. And the last job I had before I came to where I'm at now, they decided to go in a different direction, which was really hard, and it hurt a lot, and I felt like it was time for me to leave and time to move on. And so I made that choice, and it was tough, and it hurt a lot. And I loved where I was at. I loved the impact, or the pouring into the kids that I was pouring into there, and just absolutely loved my job there. So it was really hard to leave, but I felt like I had to do it, and I did. And I'm thankful that I came to where I'm at now, because it's the best place I've ever been. It's been phenomenal. It's been awesome, and I love it. And I'm very grateful to be where I'm at. But the thing that I would say, I ran into a lady that I used to coach with about 5 years after I left, and just was talking to her, hey, how's it going, catching up and that kind of stuff. And she said they were just then at that point finally getting back to normal from when I left. And so the thing that I thought of when this person asked me, that I didn't share this with this person because I didn't know how to say it, and didn't by any means want to come across as arrogant or anything like that. But the thing is that hopefully I would leave a hole, and I felt like that's what was left at that school, because they made a decision and they chose to go a different direction, and so I left, and there was a hole that was left behind, and it took 5 years before they got back to where they felt like it was normal. And so that encouraged me a lot. So hopefully I'm a great friend, and hopefully I'm a good enough friend, not that I'm trying to leave holes in people's lives, but hopefully I leave enough of a legacy that if I weren't here, that there would be a hole that they missed, and those kinds of things. So I hope that makes sense. But when I think of leaving a legacy with friends, that's what I think of. And then the next one is a teacher and a coach. I got into this because of a quote that said, don't ask what the world needs, find out what makes you come alive and go do that, because what the world needs is people who've come alive. And I felt like teaching and coaching was the thing that would make me come alive. And hopefully I'm having an influence and an impact on the lives of kids, and helping them strive to become the best that they can be, and seeing their potential, and hopefully moving to reach their full potential, and helping them to become good, solid young men and women, for themselves, and then later on for their families, and those kinds of things in society. And then finally, some of you guys may know, maybe you don't know, I'm divorced, and hopefully, if I get a second crack at it someday, maybe I'll be able to leave a legacy as a great husband. So those would be the things that I think of when I think of leaving a legacy. And so I want to challenge you, are you doing things to leave a legacy? And it starts with having the mindset and the attitude of trying to make the big time where you're at. I'm a junior high teacher and a coach, and sometimes people are like, oh, you're just junior high, that kind of thing, or you just teach PE. And yes, I do, but I value my job, and I feel like I have the privilege and the opportunity to lay the foundation and teach the fundamentals to people so that when they get on to high school and that kind of stuff, that hopefully they have a great foundation and they have great fundamentals laid that they can build on that and, go and compete for district championships and, state championships and those kinds of things because the foundation that was laid at junior high. So definitely feel like I have a very important job and a very important role, and I take it seriously. And again, prayerfully leaving a great legacy. So hope that encourages you, hope it challenges you, pushes you. And again, always remember that God's grace is sufficient. Thanks for listening. Feel free to comment, feel free to repost. Appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. All right, and I hope you get to enjoy this beautiful weekend, at least if you're in my neck of the woods. All right, take care. Thank you.